Hello Gemini, welcome to the Black-Hearted Oracle. Now before we get started, I'd like to pay homage and reverence to Mother Sustainer, Father Creator, and of course my beautiful ancestors. Now, this is the Where Do We Stand spread, and it is a two-part video series. The first part would be dealing with your perspective, and the second will be dealing with your person of interest perspective. Now, I'm sorry for how late your videos came out comparing to others, but I had a lot of things I needed to take care of. And these readings, I try, even though I sometimes call out dates, they're really not time sensitive. It's whenever they come out that you're meant to see these readings. Okay. Now, you have the sixth chakra. This is the heart of the matter for both you and your person of interest. And you have the heart of the matter, Archangel Metatron. You have a fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries, yearning, longing for someone, undesired separation, and pining. And we have impatience. And then we have woman. Now, there's a lot of mental energies in this heart of the matter, because the sixth chakra deals with clear thinking. It's the third eye chakra. It deals with intuition. It deals with, like, to me, it's where the eye of your higher self. You know, it is the one that sees what is not seen. Right? But there's going to be a fiery climax, ending to this yearning and this impatience, because you're in deep contemplation, thinking about whatever is or has gone on, and you have clarity of thought about that. Now, the first question that I asked for Gemini is, how does Gemini see themselves? And received appreciation. Full moon, surrender to the divine. We have air, breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life-bringing energies, and we have expansion. We have the crane, the sickle, the commitment, the tower, and the bridge. Okay. So you see that you are in a state of gratitude. You know, you're appreciating all the blessings that have come into your life, and you're deciding to surrender to a higher path. You know, you've learned to be in receptive and giving energies of, that dual energy of give and take of the breathing exchange that we all do with Mother Sustainer. Right? Because you've realized within this gratitude and proper exchanging of energies that is what produces your expansion. Right? And you're so in appreciation for your partner who you guys are building with. And you're willing to cut out anything that could be in opposition to a stable commitment. Anything that will test the foundation that you guys have built. And you're hoping to be able to bridge towards even more expansion. The next question that I asked is how you view your partner or your person of interest. We have rest and rejuvenation. Fifth chakra, Archangel Gabriel. We have conclusions are within reach, full moon eclipse. We have the return of Aphrodite, balance, the birds, and fish. So You see that they're not too vocal about certain things. They're allowing certain things to pass them by, but not to say like totally pass them by, but they just won't like hop on every single argument that comes around that could destroy their peace. So they're very thoughtful about the things that they're saying in order to maintain balance and peace. Right? And it says conclusions are within reach. So maybe they've come into a time now where they're moving more into the energies of Aphrodite, a more creative energy, because they've been able to find balance within them. And they're speaking about abundance, about starting a business, about being productive, about the expansion that you guys are looking for. That's what they're communicating to you about. So they're in a state of Zen and bringing a conclusion to anything that's going to take them out of the Aphrodite's energies, the creative energies, anything that will keep them in balance. You see that they're seriously trying to work on this through rest and rejuvenation of their spirit. Now, the next question is how you view the relationship. And you view it as attachment. Gibbous moon, you are very close to achieving your goal. New moon eclipse, expect powerful change. Mirror, self-worth, and home. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. So how you see this relationship is that you are attached. It's a place where you can remove your mask and be truly who you are. Even if you have to wear this mask out in the world, at least within the confines of this relationship, you can truly be yourself. And you see that whatever relationship goals that you guys have, that you're very close to achieving it. And you're expecting powerful change because everyone in this relationship has had the chance to fully reflect and look deep within the mirror at themselves, because they can see the other person within themselves. All right? And within this relationship, you guys are able to build your self-worth. Like within this relationship, you've been able to build back up your self-worth to what it is, having your own personal like guardian angel looking over you within this relationship. And you find it to be stable, like a loving home. Like when I see this just reminds me of my future home, because I'm planning on building a cob house for me and my family. So every time I see this is just like dream house. Even though it's not in the exact style, but yeah, sorry, I digress. So yeah, you find it to be something stable, something warm, something, that feels like it's giving you a hug. And it's doing wonders for your self-worth. So that's beautiful. You guys seem to have a loving partnership. Next, we're asked what you're expecting. And we have door to value. We have the end of a tough cycle approaches, the full moon in Capricorn. We have adrift, letting go and allowing a higher force to take charge for a time. We have grief, release, I'm not sure, and growth. And then we have dog loyalty. Okay. So if you guys were facing any financial constraints or any money issues, it's telling you that you're approaching a time where that's going to come to an end, because you're going with the flow of spirit. And you're realizing that you have to release this grief that has been constraining your growth. And you have to be loyal to what you've signed up for. you know. So even if you guys have hit a rough financial patch, the lesson here is to be loyal, because through your loyalty, you'll be able to overcome this tough cycle and begin to have growth again. But you're going to have to release the negative self-talk that's keeping you holding on. You know, maybe there was a previous commitment that you were in, you know, because the dog is here and, you know, the dog has passed on and she's crying over this. So that's what I'm saying. So maybe a previous commitment has come to an end for whatever reason, you know, and you're still dealing with the trauma of that internally. But it's telling you that now would be a time to release these things and allow a higher force to just be adrift at a while. You know, go with the flow of things, because that's the way that you can achieve growth. And remain loyal to your path. Lastly, we have the outcome. Well, not lastly, because then we have closing guidance. We have High Priestess of Air. We have Angel of Strength. We have Emotions are running high. Vulnerability. Reflections. Complacency. Snake. And Clouds. Wow. Okay, so what this is saying is, you know, the High Priestess of Air, again, if you notice, the third eye is very much highlighted in here, and the eyes are very much highlighted. So what this is saying is to have clear thoughts. You know, see things very clearly, not just with your physical eye, but with the spiritual eye. You know, stay in a more higher vibration and have the strength to do this. Because even though emotions are running high right now for whatever reason, because of this supermoon energies, you're going to have to be able to be vulnerable and realize that your thoughts are being actualized within your life. And you can't be complacent about this, because your thoughts will destroy you. It'll bring snake energies in your life. You know, it'll bring confusion in your life. That will end up leading to a new beginning, because the 7 and the 6 leaves a difference of 1. You know, and the 3 birds here, you know, you have to be careful of the way that you're communicating with yourself and with others. Find the strength to stand in your higher vibrations, because you know that if we're on the lower vibrations of this complacency of being stuck in grief and stuck in woe is me energies and stuck in these lower vibrational energies, what happens is we get more of that. So this is very much cautioning you, Geminis, to be very careful, because word sound is power, and our thoughts are fueled by our emotions. So we can bring things into our life way faster by the emotions that we fuel our thoughts with. So be careful not to bring in confusion and deception into your life by being complacent in thoughts. Have the strength to overcome your lower mind. Now, your closing guidance. The first is grief. Wow. Yeah. It says 19, grief. Grief deepens you, allowing you to explore your perimeters of your soul. Grief is the only gateway to certain levels of consciousness, and it is a hard taskmaster. Through grief, you can explore every aspect of your dark side. Anger, pain, abandonment, terror, loneliness. Aspects of the sacred wound that we usually try to ignore in our daily lives. Grief forces you to acknowledge those parts of yourself that are not yet healed. If you can look at grief as a teaching, you will grow. Exactly. Wow. This is so, I love these cards. If you can look at grief as awareness and I'm sorry, if you could look at grief with awareness and an open heart, it is one of the greatest teachers of all. The seeds of wisdom and enlightenment are planted within the wounds of grief. What is lost can come back to us again in higher ways. Exactly. I mean, that's what this card was, your whole reading was saying, is be a friend to yourself. You know, because this yellow rose represents friendship. And though one may have been lost or pieces of you may have been lost, you still have to be a friend to yourself. Silence. Number 22. It says, before making a decision of power, move into that place of silence and serenity deep within you. Sit anywhere. Close your eyes and follow your breath in and out. On the third inhalation, take the breath down into your belly and locate your place of power, your shaman center, just below your navel. Visualize your place of power holding the golden disc, the golden sun, a disc of radiant brilliance within you. Observe the silence like a deer in the midst of marshland. If you are in pain, use your consciousness to find where the pain lives within your body. Then move into that pain and beyond it until you find the source of silence. In this silence lives your sacred witness, that which sees all and knows all, and all that you are. Power is born within the silence. Remember, so much of your reading was speaking about your mental realms and the thoughts that you hold within. Okay? Essence, number 38. It says, life is a school that we move and graduate through, learning many things as we cloak ourselves in environmental knowledge. You are on a warrior's path toward enlightenment, and one day you will peel away this accumulated knowledge like layers of an onion, moving back into the source of your power. When contemplating a Zen garden, you find that the source of your power is the essence of the Great Spirit. We come onto this earth, walk as a piece of smashed mirror, like every one of us reflecting the light of our God. The experience of life is a process of piecing together those scrambled fragments into one great mandala that reflects back the one source of all beings. At the center of a cyclone, we sit at the one point of stillness, the pandemonium of life circulating madly around us. Choose oh wow. Let me wrap my tongue around that one. Sorry. Choose equilibrium, not frenzy. Live life from your center. The essence of you and the essence of the universe, primal, moving force, are one. So, in so many instances, this reading is speaking to you of grounding. There's not much that seems to be going on in your relationship more than you have to be able to ground your internal environment. You know, that you have to be able to reconnect with yourself and your higher purpose in order to let go of whatever is troubling you. Now, Gemini, I thank you so much for coming to the Black Hearted Oracle. I pray these messages found you well. I hope that you find your higher self in the quiet places, and may Ma'at hold you in her loving grace. Ashe.